Not only can you relate luxury to mansions, pieces of jewelry, and clothing, but taking a car out of it won't make it complete. Luxury cars may be large in terms of size, performance, and of course, price, but their sales figures are often low. Car sales have a pyramid structure, with the cheapest cars at the bottom selling the most simply because they can be purchased by a huge number of individuals. So how do you define luxury? Is it by comfort or design, or the price tag? There will be a lot of that to know in these top 10 most luxurious vehicles ever made. Ready for this? Let's dive in. Number 10. Mercedes-AMG EQS 53. Mercedes' first attempt at a luxury EV saloon is undoubtedly ambitious, with swoopy coupe-style styling and the option of a powerful 751 brake horsepower dual-motor combo helping to draw attention. The cabin is also quite roomy, and while it may not be as high quality as the brand's S-Class in terms of fixtures and fittings, its enormous hyperscreen digital dashboard option certainly makes an impression, even if it isn't the easiest to manage. It's elegant and comfortable at high speeds, with low noise levels and a supple air-suspended ride. Surprisingly, its luxury credentials are compromised by an uneven low-speed ride and suspension that can be heard laboring over scarred urban topography. And while the Mercedes is incredibly fast in a straight line and composed around turns, there is a little adjustment in driver feedback. You just point and squirt. Number 9. Alpina B7. If exclusivity is what you seek, don't be misled by the BMW badge on the Alpina B7's large hood. Only the Mercedes Maybach, of all the highly unusual and uncommon automobiles on this list, is as unlikely to heave into your view on public highways, and the standard B7 price tag of close to £200,000 after options reflects that. The B7 has undergone significant changes to its powertrain and suspension, making it not only faster than any other 7 Series, but also more maneuverable. However, B7's true calling card is amazing rolling finesse, which goes hand in hand with its combination of virtually sports car levels of body control and a level of agility that is completely out of step with the luxury saloon class. It is a very well-rounded machine, with only Bentley's Continental Flying Spur outperforming it in this category. Number 8. BMW iX. All-electric super luxury cars with the horsepower, refinement, and versatility to truly dominate the road have been slow to develop, but the BMW iX is the closest thing to one we've seen so far. This full-size SUV's exterior design is contentious, and to some, it may not be desired at all, but for individuals who think deeply about the EV they want to acquire, who care about the sustainability of its many elements and manufacturing processes, and who dig a little deeper to find the attractiveness of a high-end automobile, the iX should stand out for a variety of reasons. The iX impresses on the road with its first-rate ride isolation and drivability, which puts it on par with the other cars in this class, despite being significantly less expensive. If you're ready to electrify the status symbol on your gravel driveway, this is the way to go right now. Number 7. Range Rover. The first luxury SUV is already in its 5th generation, and the most recent all-new model is without a doubt the best. While the Range Rover's design is a development of its predecessors, it remains an imposing piece of metal, with smart elements like the narrow rear lamps adding visual flair. Despite its large size, the Range Rover is surprisingly easy to maneuver on the road, thanks to good visibility and precise steering, and the optional steered rear axle provides surprising agility in tight areas. Active anti-roll bars ensure that the car handles with amazing stability and tautness while in a hurry, and no other competitor is as skilled at getting their wheels muddy. The famous Range Rover continues to deliver nearly half a century after the pioneering original. Number 6. Bentley Bentayga. The Autocar road test evaluation process for the Bentayga has been exciting. Being the first of a slew of 100,000 pounds plus super SUVs to hit the market in 2016, we initially rated it highly, with a few caveats, and then rated it even higher when Bentley introduced an Audi-sourced 4.0-liter, 429 brake horsepower turbocharged diesel V8 in 2017, which produced the same torque as the 12-cylinder petrol motor, but at more accessible crank speeds. The Bentega's delightfully sumptuous interior, the surge of torque-laden performance, and its sense of imperious, utterly engulfing luxury set it apart even in this class. And these traits may even be potent enough to win over a cynic who was initially opposed to life in a blue-blooded SUV. It isn't as comfy or isolating as the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, but it does provide a somewhat more sports driving experience at the sacrifice of that final shade of ride comfort. But the Bentayga just gives up a shade. An occasional hint of head toss, and the tiniest wiggle of fussiness over specific lumps and bumps at speed. Even if you're a luxury automobile enthusiast, there's a good chance you'd have no idea what you were missing. Number 5. Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Goodwood's Marmite entry into the super luxury sector debuted in 2018 in response to considerable Rolls-Royce customer input that a more daily usable, all-surface capable, family practical model would be a very welcome addition to the firm's showroom portfolio. The Cullinan has received enough design criticism from both sides to create the impression that its creator has taken a considerable risk in releasing a car that some have described as ungainly and unlovely and others have condemned in much harsher terms. There is as much to enjoy about living on board this car as there is to dislike about the concept or the appearance of it. This is a real Rolls-Royce with superb mechanical refinement, unrivaled ride comfort, and excellent drivability among its dynamic qualities. The Cullinan's height-adjustable air suspension and BMW-derived four-wheel drive provide all the off-road prowess that many owners are likely to require, and while towing capacity is presently capped at 2.6 tons, it's set to expand to 3.5 tons soon, which is perhaps enough for a far more expensive speedboat than the automobile. Number 4. Mercedes-Maybach S-Class. The Mercedes-Maybach S-Class is the new standard-bearer for Daimler's Maybach super luxury brand. It is the wealthiest and most special automobile in what may be the most generally appreciated and admired limousine line in the world. According to looks, it was at least as much S-Class as Maybach, which is the outcome of Daimler's strategic decision a few years ago to widen the reach of the Maybach label by establishing Halo Maybach models across some of its more standard Mercedes passenger car lines. The ultra-rare Simon Cowell spec, Maybach only 57 and 62 limos were also retired at the same time. Number 3. Bentley Flying Spur. Bentley's four-door Continental Series limousine debuted in 2006 as the Continental Flying Spur, only shedding the nomenclature prefix that links it to Cruise contemporary two-door GT with its most recent model refresh in 2014. However, the Flying Spur is now in its third generation, as seen by the prouder, more muscular appearance, which takes considerable cues from the most contemporary handsome Continental GT Coupe. Cruise Junior Saloon benefits significantly from a new platform co-developed with Porsche, which employs four-wheel steering and dynamic anti-roll bars. It also helps to insulate the tremendously sumptuous cabin from the road, laying the groundwork for very superb driving dynamics. Grip, balance, and steering have all improved substantially. Number 2. Rolls-Royce Ghost. When the Ghost debuted in 2009, it marked the beginning of a change that saw the company's annual production output increase from hundreds to thousands of vehicles. The Phantom's understudy has matured significantly in its second generation. The mechanical underpinnings of the Ghost were previously modified from those of the BMW 7 Series, but it now uses the same architecture of the luxury platform as the Cullinan and Phantom. While the Phantom was designed to be driven, the Ghost was designed for the well-heeled driver, and its dynamic temperament reflects that. Slightly tauter riding and more nimble than the Phantom, due in part to its smaller size, it adapts itself more readily to the cut and thrust of daily motoring on congested UK highways than its bigger sibling. Despite this, the car is only a rung below its bigger brother in terms of internal room, luxury atmosphere, and sheer material quality, adopting Rolls Royce's post-opulence design approach both inside and out. It's a neoclassical fortification on wheels, but it's serviceable. Number 1. Rolls-Royce Phantom. The biggest and best luxury transport in the automobile industry was replaced by Rolls-Royce in 2017 and promptly received a sparkling 5-star road test welcome from our road testers. Owners will adore it for the lavish statement of wealth and status it bestows, as well as the unparalleled feeling of occasion you get while traveling in one. While many would never know, the newest Phantom is also an absolute joy and a unique pleasure to drive. The precision feel and perfect weight of the car's large rimmed steering wheel are remarkable, as is the ease with which such a massive car can be placed on the road. The tolerance it has for whatever rate of progress suits your trip, the supreme refinement and flexibility of its V12 engine, and the progressiveness of its throttle pedal on step-off. Its engineering integrity is amazing. We've come to the end of this video. Which of these cars do you think will suit you? You can drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, make sure you like and share this video. Also subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification post. See you in the next video coming up, and thanks for watching.